Hey there guys, Martine from Matthew's Studio coming to you once again from my backyard. It's raining out there. Are we going to let that stop us? No way! I'm under my covered patio. I threw a 20 up there for a nice little rim, justified by practical lighting. Come on guys, that's cool, right? Got a little return coming, and we're going to keep learning about the gear. Rain ain't going to stop us. Here we go. C-stand post, thank you for your comments, thank you for your questions, and we're going to hit one of those questions right away. Maintenance. What do I do and what do I use to be able to maintain my gear and to be able to bring old gear back to life? Well, it's kind of a simple answer. We have two things that we use. We're going to start off by showing you this right here. WD-40 with this cool little spray nozzle. You're going to take that can, you're going to fold that guy down there, hold it real nice and tight, and you're going to throw it. Whoa, as far as you can. Listen, I have to keep going and getting that every time I do another take. That's commitment to the gag, right? But what are we going to use? We're going to use spray silicone. Silicone spray. I like it a lot better. That WD-40 stuff, it collects grime. It collects the dust in the air, dirt that's getting kicked up. It gets sticky and it gets gunky and grimy, and you'll find it in all the little crevices. You'll find the sandy gunk, and that's because the WD-40 attracts it. It sticks on your risers. When it comes down and it touches that brake pad, it coats that brake pad, and the brake doesn't hold as well. Spray silicone, a lot better. It cleans, it protects. I really dig it, and I've used it for a long time. I use it to clean a lot of gear. What else do I use on my truck to clean stuff? I use Simple Green, non-toxic, awesome degreaser. But as far as my C-stands, when I'm trying to clean them up after a show, after a gig, after we've been out in the rain or something like that, that's what I use, silicone spray. How do I use it? Well, funny you should ask, because I take this little guy, a chamois, old shirt, diaper, whatever you're going to want to use, and let's grab my favorite stand, the sliding leg Matthew C stand, and I'm going to put it right where you all can see it. I'm going to take this guy, take the cap off, obviously, and I'm not just going to go spraying it all over the stand and clean them. I'm going to spray it on my rag. That way you can really control where you're going to put it. You don't want this thing going all over the place, especially with like if you use on dolly track and stuff like that, which I really wouldn't recommend, because a lot of times the overspray will get on the floor. You move the dolly track, people slip and fall. Bar soap gets rid of the squeak. It's really a good trick. But here we go. Back to what I was talking about. I get sidetracked. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get information out there. Boom. You're going to take the riser all the way up, and you're going to really give it a good rubbing. And make sure you're getting all that grime and all that gunk off of there. And you can really feel it. You can feel it in the stand, in the riser. You're going to do the same thing to your arm. This, obviously, it's not a super dirty, messed up stand. So it's really not showing how it's removing the gunk and the grime and all that. But believe me, it works. You really want to get in there on all your risers, take them all the way up, spray it on the rag, and then really coat it, really clean it. As I said, you want to go over your arm as well, and then the bottom tube and the legs. So that's what you're going to do with this guy. Get all your risers, your legs, everything that's exposed, all your metal, and clean it with your rag and your silicone spray. What else are you going to use? Well, funny you should ask. This stuff right here, what is it? It's super, it's white, and it's grease. What does it look like inside? It looks like super white grease. It's really cool. It's awesome. It's affordable. And it's what we use in assembly when we're putting everything together. When your stands show up, you'll notice there's like white gunk and grease on all the T-handles, on the threading. This is the stuff we use. It's really good. It sticks around. It lubricates. Metal on metal. This is the stuff to use. This is a cool little brush. People use Q-tips and stuff like that. I've always noticed that they leave little debris, little strings and stuff like that. These little brushes are cheap. You can get a huge pack of 50 of these things for a few bucks. Keep them on the truck. Really useful little brushes. I'm going to take, firstly, I'm going to deal with my 2.5-inch grip head. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the handle completely, all the way. Why? Because you're going to remove the discs as well. You have all this threading. This guy's already been lubricated because I might have done this 1 or 2 times before this take right here or more. But I'm going to take the plates, put them aside, take the knuckle, put it aside, take my little brushy, cute little guy. Oh, almost left that on there. Remove that gasket. You don't want that getting on here. This is what's going to keep things from not slipping. So keep that white grease away from your magic disc. And really get it into all the threads. Alright, so once you get it nice and coated on the threads, you're going to take that knuckle without the plates. See how many things I have in my hands right now. And you're going to put it back on there. Just like that. Don't cross thread it because that would be very embarrassing, Martine. And get it all the way in so that it coats evenly, all the threading, all the way like that, and then back it out. You can do that a few times. Make sure it's nice and evenly spread. And now let's see if I can do this without dropping it on the floor because I'm holding the grease in my other hand. This is probably not the smartest way to do it, but I'm making a video to show the whole world, so why not do this a silly, ridiculous way with one hand instead of just putting this grease down and doing it the right way. But here we go. Continuing on. Alright, once you do that, you make sure that there isn't any that's going to be on the teeth here on the serrations. You're going to be able to replace your awesome disc there. You're going to put your plates back on. Make sure you don't forget your washer. Put that guy back on there. And then replace your T-handle, your knuckle. There you go. So you've taken care of that. Where are you going to attack next? All your T-handles, all the threading. Anywhere there's threading, you're going to want to get this on there. So right here, you're going to pull that out, coat it, and then go in. Here, this one you can actually remove so you can really sink it all the way in and make sure you're coating all the threads, both on the receiver and on the T-handle itself. And you continue to go all the way down the stand. Get this guy, do the same thing. These are anti-vibe, so they're not going to come out all the way. So you just take them far out as you can, and then back in. Coat, coat, coat. Same thing, all the way out, all the way in. And then flip your stand around. There you go. We're looking at the legs now. Once again, sliding leg C-stand. It's going to be a lot easier to deal with than the spring-loaded folding legs. So you can see where the collar to the leg is making contact, and you're really going to want to coat that whole area. And on this guy right here, check it out. So we have a lot of people call that they get their first C-stand or their first Matthews sliding leg C-stand, and they see this little button here. Sorry, just hit the stand. It's not an earthquake. I'm safe. It's okay. This little guy is spring-loaded. It's really hard because it's made to hold everything in place, so it's hard to push it with your fingers. So some people think it's a bolt, and they're like, hey, this thing is sticking out. And it's making it so that leg won't go over it. And you look at the opposite end of it, and that's the adjustment for the spring. You don't need to touch that. All you need to do, once you're done coating with white grease, you coat it up and down. I think I just got myself on the shirt a little bit. Really coat it. You don't need to go overboard, and anything that you do, if you get too much grease on there, it's easy to just wipe it off. But with that little knob right there, that little spring-loaded guy, it is made to interface with that guy there to keep the leg in place. When it's in the right place, that's where it indexes in. And don't worry, you can just slam it right on there. You see I got a little bit of grease sticking out. You know, you want to really coat it, go back and forth with both legs, and then you see whatever grease squeezes out, that's good. That means you really coated everything. You're going to just want to wipe that off. Wipe it off on the outside. If it's a little bit, you know, if you still see some on the inside, that's good. It's going to stick around. You should be wearing work clothes anyway, so if you get a little grease on yourself, it proves that you've been doing work. Anyhow, sometimes I just throw dirt on my face before I walk into the truck. I'm like, oh, boss, it's crazy out there. But that's a whole nother subject. All right, so you got white grease on inside the collar of these legs. You got your white grease on all the T-handles, on all the threading, and your C-stand has now been cleaned and greased up, and it's good to go. So we have the spring-loaded base as well that's on all the C+ stands. And sorry, I'm trying to maneuver around my microphone cable and my clothesline. So this is a different story, because these do not, let me lower that guy out. These aren't going to slide up and down, so it's a little bit harder to get in between these guys. But when you move one of them, it's going to show you, I'm going to show you, that it's going to open up a little channel there. That's where I'm going to want to try to get my grease, because that's as much as I can access. So I'm going to go in there and try to get as much as I can inside of there. And then you close that one, and then I'm going to do the same thing. You close it partially. It's going to open up this gap, and I'm going to try to get grease in there like that. If it's something that you really need to remove the whole mechanism, it can be done. We have somebody, our guru of C-stands, Gancho, at Matthews, who is a whiz with these things. So if you really got some stands that need some TLC, bring them in. We'll make them like new. But you'll see there's a bolt right there ahead. You're going to need an extension with a socket to be able to get in there, hold it in place, and then you can adjust. If it really starts to give you guff, if it's a really old stand, it's been beat up, some people have tried to fix it or work on it before, you might need to make a little bit of adjustment. I try the grease first before I go messing with any of that, and you're probably going to be good to go. They get muck in there. This is always going to be the closest to the dirt and everything. Dirt's going to get kicked up there over the years. So you try to do it with a little bit of grease. If that doesn't work, you can always take apart the mechanism, and then you'll learn even more. I'm not going to do it right now because that'd be a much longer, more intensive video. But that's what I do. That's how I keep my combos clean. It's the same deal. Silicone on the risers, and anywhere the T-handles are going in and out, you're going to put the wet grease on there. So, C-stand maintenance, combo maintenance, stand maintenance in general, silicone, super white grease. There you have it. It's getting dark out. It's dinner time. I can see my breath. That's kind of cool. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next post.